Keean Bexte, if I'm saying that correctly, and Kanada, who I don't know that much about, but I have seen their posts on X, tracked down the leader of Canada, Justin Trudeau, to do an interview with him. By the way, when Justin Trudeau was not working, he was just on a beach, and I don't really know what the point of this interview was.
Going on vacation on road trips actually causes the world to be set on fire.
Thank you, sir.
We're wondering how you could justify coming on a huge plane. Would you say that you're hiding from your caucus, actually?
Isn't it a beautiful day? You're enjoying your time on vacation? Good. You having a good time on vacation, sir?
I'm happy to speak with you because actually this is the first time we've been able to speak with you because your government is so...
That's enough, sir. That's enough. Okay.
We want to know why you can justify going on a chartered government flight when your minister says that going on a simple road trip...
The line is right here.
Sure.
What did you want to do?
Sure, thank you.
I'll be with you in a bit.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So tell me.
I just want to know. I asked the question.
So that's Keean Bexte. The person behind the camera who's revealed on Twitter is Kanada. Is a pretty large, for Canada anyway, large Twitter page. And so you see there, they're asking Trudeau questions. He's not really answering them. He's asking them about basically climate change. And then Justin Trudeau does agree to actually go walk with him, even though this would be very annoying for Justin Trudeau. He does agree, and he says, whatever, I'll walk with you, hold back for a second. So right now, I think Justin Trudeau, he looks very likable in this clip so far. So far, this is a fail, I think, because if you look at this Keean Bexte and Kanada, their Twitter pages, they're not fans of Justin Trudeau. So I think the only thing they've done so far is succeed in making Justin Trudeau look likable. So now when Keean is walking with Justin Trudeau, I won't show the whole clip for sure, but I'm going to show just the little parts where Keean asks questions. Are these questions so urgent that they have to be asked right now while Justin Trudeau is on a beach?
Families get, prime ministers get to have a family life. Journalists also get to have access to prime ministers.
Okay, so what's your question?
Well, I wanted to know if you're hiding from your caucus, why you won't call a caucus meeting.
I am not hiding from my caucus, and I've had many conversations and meetings with caucus. Okay, question for you now. Can you imagine, and do you think that kids who grow up in a prime minister's family deserve to have a normal-ish life with their family?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. And can you understand?
Can I answer the question?
Sure, go ahead.
So to be honest, Justin Trudeau has been prime minister for around 9 years. I've never seen him do an interview this good. It's only like maybe 1 or 2 minutes in, but he's likable in this clip. He's relatable. He's even funny. He's going along with this kind of impromptu thing where they're walking the beach and he goes, okay, you ask me a question, then I'll ask you a question. Again, I've never seen Justin Trudeau do this well in an interview. The interviews are usually like very kind of polished and sound sort of like that fake version of a politician just giving sort of pre-planned, canned answers. But in this one, he seems like a real person, just slightly annoyed to be on vacation and just making the best of it. So I think so far, this has been a fail from this Keean and this Kanada. But to Keean's defense, his next question here, I think is actually pretty good.
Can I answer the question?
Sure, go ahead.
So you are passing a bill right now. You're pushing through a bill that's going to, it's called the Online Harms Act. And you're sort of putting a bunch of policy in behind protecting children. You say it's all about protecting children, but that bill is actually going to censor Canadians' ability to access the internet, to exercise free speech. Why put those two bills together? Why not separate them?
Right? First of all, it's actually not doing any censoring of the internet, and it's entirely focused on protecting kids. So, my kids spend an awful lot of their life.
So that's a pretty good question because there is a lot of confusion around what this Online Harms Act is actually going to be in Canada. But the problem is, if you just ask the question and Justin Trudeau basically goes, nope, it's not that, and then you move on. I know they're kind of doing this question back and forth thing, but here's Keean's next question. It's unrelated to that. So this kind of looks like just finding Justin Trudeau on a beach and then getting sound bites to try to promote your social media or whatever.
Majority of Canadians, you've actually taken hundreds of vacation days last year.
Hold on.
I'll let you finish. Sorry.
You can do the math.
I had to sue you to get into the government debates.
Who do you work for?
I work for the Counter Signal, but
Okay, what is that?
formerly it's a conservative, albeit right-wing news outlet based out of Calgary, and we had to fight to get into the leaders' debates during the last election. Why did you stop? You might say it was a debate commission, but it's a debate commission that you created.
No, it's
stopped
not.
a lot of independent journalists from coming in to ask questions.
The Ottawa Press Gallery is a self-regulating body of journalists who make determinations who gets to be members of political journalists in the Parliamentary Press Gallery. The government has no say in that. It's your peer journalists who make decisions about who gets accredited to the Parliamentary Press Gallery.
Do you think that it's a little bit strange that your minister, Mark Holland, said that going on a road trip...
We're just going to change...
No, I'm just going to keep asking you questions. Well, hopefully it's okay. Mark Holland said that going on...
So I watched this once before. I don't even remember actually Justin Trudeau saying this, but he's basically saying the same thing that I am. This Keean Bexte, if you're going to make this big spectacle of going and finding the Prime Minister of Canada on a beach because you're so desperate to ask these questions of him because he doesn't normally interact with you, you got to come with like more of a plan, in my opinion, because this now looks like you're just trying to farm clips for your social media. You're just going to ask him this question. Okay, he's going to answer it. Okay, now you're going to immediately pivot to this other question. He's going to answer it. It doesn't really look to me like these questions you really care that much about. And again, it looks like you're just trying to farm engagement, which this is making Justin Trudeau look better because he's handling this. I would give him actually an A+, Justin Trudeau, for how he's handled this so far.
I appreciate that you want to spend time with your family. It is a great story, but the issue is
It's a story. It's a story.
It's a great narrative for sure.
It's a great
but at the end of the day, Justin,
do you have any kids?
You were the
do you have
prime
any kids?
No, I don't. At
Do
the
you
end
have
of the
any
day,
kids?
at the end of the day, Justin, you were the prime minister.
Yes. So
and
I'm not allowed to have a vacation with my kids.
I think that Canadians need to get answers from you more often than they do.
Okay.
I think that you hide behind press conferences, that you determine who gets access to, so that you can make sure
I'm just
that
giving
state-funded journalists. No, definitely, and I appreciate that.
Countercultural way of doing things, and you're getting this message out. I hope you get lots of likes. I'm sure you will, because you have me actually engaging with you. And now I'm going to say thank you for coming out here and doing your job to contribute to democracy. Now I'm going to go back and be with my family so that I can get back to work on contributing to democracy when I come home from vacation.
All right, thanks for your time.
Have a great day, guys.
That is the most time that an independent journalist has had with Justin Trudeau. I asked some questions. I had a lot more to ask.
Well, as I said, I think that's the best interview Justin Trudeau's ever done, literally ever done, in my opinion. And that probably was not the purpose of Keean Bexte and this Cat Canada's plan to come here and, at least in my eyes, make him look good. But I think that's what happened. So a couple final thoughts here. To Keean's point there about Justin Trudeau not doing many interviews with independent media, I think Justin Trudeau should do more interviews with people like Keean or people like Cat Canada. You can call them independent media, but I think Justin Trudeau should just straight up do more interviews with people that don't like much of what Justin Trudeau does. I think that'd be good for Canada, good for voters, good for people to see, okay, this is what Justin Trudeau's point of view is. This is what somebody who doesn't like most of what Justin Trudeau does even, and they can sit down, debate, and hash it out. I think that should happen a lot more in Canada. I know Justin Trudeau will go back and forth with like Pierre Poilievre in the House of Commons, but I think it'd be interesting for Justin Trudeau to do an interview with more people like that. And then final thought here on Justin Trudeau and the state of Canadian politics. I think in the next election in 2025, which Keean asked a little bit about, is Justin Trudeau going to continue on? I think that unless the situation with Canada's housing market changes quite a bit from now and the 2025 election, which the odds that are probably pretty low, but maybe some black swan event where there's a significant housing correction or at least signs that things are going to like drastically improve in the short term, I think it's going to be an incredibly tough election for Justin Trudeau. There's so many people now that are aware and frustrated with how expensive homes are in Canada, especially in Ontario and British Columbia, but even on just Ontario itself, over 15 million people, huge block of voters. I think that kind of the cat's out of the bag with regard to that issue. People are very upset about that, and rightfully so. So I do think that unless that issue between now and the 2025 election gets somewhat solved, or at least it looks like it's going to be solved, I think it's going to be a tough time for Justin Trudeau. So with that said, thank you for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have a good day.